Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Compassion Project. I'm super excited today because I have Maddie here. I used to call you Matilda. Still got to call you Matilda,
You
but she
can
goes
still
by Maddie. And Maddie, I'm excited. Maddie is a beautiful soul with the most positive energy, and I just think she has a ton of value to help people and through this time. So just quickly, how Maddie and I met. We met almost 13 years ago at a little store in Edmonton, a clothing store, RW, and we worked together. And we just got along really well, and it's just been awesome to stay in touch with you. But Maddie has done some amazing things in her life. She went to Poznan, Poland, and the University of Medical Sciences and did her degree as a doctor, right?
That's
You
right.
didn't specialize. It was your basic medical degree as a.
Yes. So it was my med school essentially. But then after I did my med school, I had my residency, which I also completed in Poland. So I had my license available open for all of Europe because obviously Europe have no borders. Schengen is great. But now I have come back home to Canada.
Wow, what an amazing life experience. So how long were you actually over there total in Europe? From
Ooh, a total in Europe, I was 7.5 years.
Wow, that's amazing. Life
Best.
experience can change you, right? Just that
Yeah,
whole. Wow.
definitely. And it is I mean, where else to live out your 20s than in Europe? Like, let's be real.
Yeah, yeah. And to what a great accomplishment though, honestly, Maddie, to become a doctor and so now Maddie's back in Canada and you're with a new company,
Yes.
right? So you've got it. So just maybe let people know a bit about what your life was like, just before this whole pandemic and social distancing kind of, I knew you were with a new company and some exciting things were happening and now, yeah. So what's happening?
Well, so I'm not working as a doctor quite yet in Canada. I don't know if that ever will be a reality for me, unfortunately, because Canada makes it very difficult for international medical graduates to come practice. So, despite the fact that I've taken all of my exams, it's very hard. It's kind of a luck of the draw. We'll see. Obviously, right now it really it hurts me because Canada is in dire need of healthcare workers,
Yeah.
especially what's going on right now, and I can't go and be on the front lines and helping those who need it the most. But
Wow.
however, I have heard, certain provinces are opening up for foreign doctors to come in. Alberta has not declared anything like that yet. The moment that they do, I feel like I would definitely have a situation on my hands as far as a decision to make.
Mm-hmm.
But one that, I swore the Hippocratic Oath at the end of the day. And I am here, I am on the planet to help people in whatever way that may be. And if that is right now to help them in this time that we all need it, I mean, a pandemic is a pandemic, that would be absolutely that.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I have been working newly now as of February in corporate cannabis, as cannabis is legal in Canada,
Right.
which has been really great. Very different, let me tell you, like very different. And the route that I'm kind of edging more towards is naturally medicinal cannabis.
Okay,
Because,
yeah, that's good. Yeah.
yeah, so I am right now on the on the recreational side. Kind of got my foot through the door in that way. But
Mm-hmm.
everyone in the company know my ambitions. Everyone knows my end goal, and they're very, very supportive. It's a fantastic company to work for, and they're like, whatever way we can help you get there, we will do it as well. So
That's so good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
your
my
so your goal is to work as a physician in Canada eventually, if you can.
yes.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't pan out, then the way I see it, I really do see cannabis as being quite a future for so many people. It helps with so many ailments, truly. And I think that there is still a huge stigma with it. But at the end of the day, there's stigma about everything. You just have
Yes.
to get
And
through it.
honestly, Maddie, I agree. Like that, I worked in the natural health clinic for 7, 8 years, and I It's just more that people don't have the knowledge on it once you learn more about it, and what it can do. Yeah,
Yeah.
super helpful. So what are you doing with the social distancing now? Are you at home by yourself? Are you in an apartment? Are you working online?
So I have been able to work from home, which is fantastic. My company basically said, you know what, travel is forbidden for you all. You're not allowed to go anywhere. You have to stay put, which has been all right. I am living with mom and dad, which is great.
Oh, that's good.
To be completely honest,
That's good.
as I know a lot of millennials at this point in time are living at home, and I laugh thinking like I'm living in my parents' basement. But at the end of the day, um, I am so fortunate for that, especially in times like this, because so many people are alone, and the way I see it is I get to spend my time within these four walls with two of the most important people in my life.
Yeah.
So, and I've always had a very, very close relationship with my parents. We call each other the Three Musketeers, even though I have two other siblings. Oops.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's good. We've always really gotten along. We love cooking together. We love spending time together. So it's been really, really nice to just be able to have that with them as well.
And I think that's what we all have to look at, is we really have to be able to say like, okay, we're going to take this time and just reconnect with people because life was so busy before, right? Oops,
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You're back so fast. But
no, I lost your audio.
Oh, did you? Hang on, I'll see if I can get it back.
I can't hear you. Can you?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Okay.
Yay, we're back.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. Our internet's pretty good, so as long as you can hear me, we'll just keep
Definitely.
going. So, what do you find is your best coping to help people that are either alone or just struggling with a mindset of fear? And like, what do you do for your mindset?
I say use whatever social media you are able to use to your best advantage. So I think with that being said, am I really choppy? Can you see me? Or do I keep freezing?
A little bit choppy, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
Okay, hopefully.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
You know what? We humans, we're social beings at the end of the day. So it's difficult not to be able to actually see someone, etc. You've got FaceTime on your phone, call people. You don't have FaceTime, but you have Skype, call people, talk to your friends. You haven't talked to somebody in a while, give them a call. You've got the time.
Yeah.
And I think that is what is so important right now. Maybe.
Yeah,
it's
the social side.
Is this
for
better?
Sure.
I feel like I'm still so choppy.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
That is what I think is so imperative actually for people at this point in time, to really just making that effort to connect with others.
Yeah. And we were talking also about gratitude, right? Oh, yes. Someone just commented, I miss my friends. Yes, seeing them on social media really helps. Yes. See, it's the connection. We need to keep that up, right?
Yeah,
we need
absolutely.
to do it. Yeah, if you feel lonely, be the one to reach out, because you might be like, oh, I wish I could reach out. Well, you initiate it. Initiate a group. Initiate a 5 o'clock happy hour with some friends. That's what Ed and I are trying to do, right? We do that.
Yeah.
You have to be the initiator, because a lot of people won't speak up and say that they're lonely, right?
That's a really, really big thing I find. And I feel that, you know what? Why be shy? Why have this thing within yourself that like, oh, well, I'm going to reach out and they're not going to have the time. A lot of people have the time. And if they don't have the time for you right now, maybe they'll have time for you tomorrow. You know, I have spoken to so many people who I am not used to speaking with on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And it's been so lovely. It's been so refreshing just to be like, what is up with your life? Like, look right now, Jane, like you and I have not spoken actually like face to face in how long? And we're able to do this, and I love it.
I know, it's so good. So Matilda and I were talking about gratitude, though, how important it is to be grateful for everything right now, the simple things, right?
Yeah.
That's having a gratitude practice.
Yeah. You know, Jane, every morning when I open my eyes, the first thing I do is lay in bed and I go through my gratitude list. I then start going through, my personal affirmations. And that's how I like to start my day, because yes, I am fortunate enough to live in a house that, has a roof over its head. I have food in my fridge. I have access to clean water. I'm surrounded by people who love me. I'm very fortunate to not be a victim of any sort of abuse, whether it be domestic or any kind of abuse, truly.
Yeah.
People just don't realize that, I think. Or it's not that they don't realize it, but they just don't think twice about it sometimes. I've got
Mhm.
I I have access to a vehicle. I literally have everything. The only
Yeah.
thing I don't have is a pool. And wow,
Exactly.
what a first world problem. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm living in Edmonton. We still have so much snow outside. Like,
Yeah.
and again, great, only that much more moisture for the earth,
Yeah. It's true.
you know?
Okay, and the other thing I think just really quickly, I'm going to touch on it, is Maddie and I are both really into the law of attraction, and I actually even have the book right here. I think it's amazing,
Yes.
and it's really about understanding the power of your thoughts and what we think about, and right. So all of us need to have those really positive thoughts about healing, and yeah, because you're really into that too, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So
Absolutely. I think so much of what you think is what you attract. And if you can be in a positive mindset, you will only attract positive things to you. And I know that's a little bit controversial with what's going on outside of us right now amidst this whole pandemic. But I think if you succumb to that fear, you're only going to be attracting worse and worse and worse to your life.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
so making sure you have that gratitude, making sure you are just thinking positively. Like, it's not very hard. And I think, setting aside 10-15 minutes a day just to sit down and quiet your mind and meditate.
mm-hmm.
What's 15 minutes out of your day? I guarantee that 95% of the people out there are spending a lot more than 15 minutes a day mindlessly scrolling through Instagram or through Facebook,
Yeah.
you know? Or
And I think to just not like just to know what's going on, but not get obsessed with the news and get lost in all the stuff going on, because your brain gets overwhelmed with all these things happening. So it's like put on a funny movie, do something to cheer yourself up, or get lost in the happy stories, right? The good stories that are coming out of it. We have to look at the grace and the chaos, the good stories that are out there, and really celebrate the simple moments, and you know.
I agree wholeheartedly, 100%. I just think, yeah, we at the end of the day, you have the choice to focus on what you wish to focus on. So if you're going to be focusing on all the terrible things that are beyond your control, I think that's the biggest thing is,
Yeah.
if you don't have control over a situation and something is truly that far out, why would you focus your energy on that? I
Yeah.
unfortunately can't control the amount of people who are succumbing to tragedy right now. What I can control is my mental health, and this pandemic is bringing up a lot within people, and I think it's bringing out a lot of mental health issues,
Mm-hmm.
and it just has to deal with how you are able to navigate your own personal strength through that.
Yeah.
And it's not easy, and I know a lot of people are overindulging and are over self-medicating and so forth, and that's okay at this point in time too, because clearly that's what people need. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I feel like people also need to realize that this is not the end of the world, and I truly do believe that we're going to come out of this a lot stronger than when we were coming in,
Yeah. I do
you
too.
know. So,
Just gotta get through it and not put our heads too far, not wonder, oh, how long is it gonna be? When is it gonna end? Just day by day, get through each day, find joy in every day,
yeah.
and be grateful, and then we'll all get through it stronger. Maddie, thank you so much. You're amazing. I am, yeah, so grateful you came on, and we will stay in touch. I'll talk to you
Definitely.
right
Thank you for
after.
having me. It's been so great to talk with you again and see you. And I'm sending you the biggest hug, biggest hug. And I can't wait to listen to all of these other great interviews you're having with all these other great, amazing women. It's wonderful. And thank you for what you're doing.
Okay, thanks, Maddie. We'll sign on.
Certainly. Bye.
Bye.